Hello, my beautiful friend. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. I hope you're feeling great, but just always a chance to feel a little bit better, right? When we get an opportunity to be on our mat, to spend some time together, to breathe, to move, always a gift, you guys. So a fairly short practice today so you can get on with your day, but so that you know that you've done something good for yourself to help create the best version of yourself. That's kind of always what I'm going for, is to really create the best version of myself and to share something that I love and I am passionate about with as many people as I can reach. So thanks for tuning in today. I hope you'll take a second and subscribe, and then make sure that you have some water handy, that you're ready to just move and breathe and to let go of tension and tightness and just find a magical place within yourself. All right, my friends, so let's start in butterfly. So the soles of the feet are going to come together, and we're just going to sit up nice and tall. I want you to get rid of the wiggles and just kind of check in. So let the shoulders kind of settle. Let your breath settle. I just felt a pop in my back. So as you do settle, you might notice some cracks and pops and all those kinds of things. So as long as there's no pain involved, you guys, it's your body realigning. Embrace it. So as we hold on to those shins or those ankles, just sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Big breaths. On your next inhale, press the chest forward, arch your back, gaze to the sky. And exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, gaze to the sky. Just moving with your breath. So I love, you guys, the first few moments, because it's amazing how I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't even realize that my body needed this so badly today. And then you just embrace it. Let's do one more each direction, those big deep breaths. Never any judgment, my friends. Never any criticism. We're here to do our very best. And sit up nice and tall, and let's let those feet kind of come out and away from us a little bit. We're going to bring those hands underneath the shins, underneath the calves, and just bend at the elbows and allow yourself to hinge forward. Breathe. So you can reach as far forward as you like. Maybe the elbows and the forearms come to the mat. Maybe not. And no worries either way, you guys. Just checking in. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. And let's ever so slowly pulling those arms back through, sitting up nice and tall. And let's cross that left leg underneath the right, and we're going to wrap the crook of that, wrapping that right elbow. And let's take that right leg. We're going to take it up and over the left. We're going to take it up and over to the outside of the knee if that feels okay to you. Otherwise, just keep that foot right at the base of the knee. Sit up as tall as you can sit. Really lengthening that spine before we add that rotation, wrapping the crook of the left elbow around the knee. Pull it in nice and tight. Sit up tall and turn and take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Breathe. So we want to make sure that we create space between those vertebrae so that we can twist more freely, so that we are not right on bone, or if you're dealing with any kind of a disc issue, that doesn't feel so great. So really lengthening through that spine, a little tuck of your chin down towards your chest. Breathe. We lift our gaze, turn it back to face front, and we're going to release that right leg, and we're going to bring it around behind us. Sitting up nice and tall, noticing, and I just want you to kind of play, lifting that right hip and then pressing it back down. Opening and closing. So mobility through the hip, a nice stretch through that inner thigh, through the groin crease. You might notice in that lower back. Breathe. So we've just kind of created a Z shape with our legs. Now go ahead and bring that hip back down so that both sit bones really working to come to the mat. Noticing if that's kind of a struggle. And if it is, where? Is it your back? Is it your hip? Is it your knee? Now let's slowly walk those hands forward. You're going to feel that right hip lift, and we're going to take the tummy and chest right out over that left knee. Supporting with those hands just as much as you need. You can extend those arms all the way out for a deeper stretch. Just make sure your body says, yep, this is a good place for me to be. Big, full, deep breaths. Releasing tension in that lower back, in the hip. Inhale, lift just slightly, and let's walk those hands right out over that left shin. And once again, we can support with the forearms and the hands, or we can lower all the way down, letting gravity do the work for us. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? And remember, guys, it doesn't come with any judgment. It's just knowledge. It's learning about ourselves. It's letting go. Let's walk those hands back up. And now we're going to take that right leg and cross it underneath the left. Left foot comes either to the base of the knee, or we cross to the outside of the knee. And we're going to sit up just as tall as we can sit. Left sit bone working towards the mat. Keeping that length in the spine before we twist. Wrap the crook of that right elbow around the knee. Pull the knee in nice and tight, and turn and take your gaze out over that left shoulder. Keep that length in the spine, guys. Space between the vertebrae. A happy back, you guys, oh, priceless. Unhappy back, that can spoil your day. A gentle tuck of your chin down towards your shoulder. Finding that breath. So our twisting poses, helping digestion, keeping that back limber, healthy, happy. Beautiful stretch in that outer hip. We lift our gaze and turn it back to face front. We're going to release those hands, sit up nice and tall. And now let's bring that left leg around behind, creating that Z shape, bringing the hands on either side of us, and we're just going to rock those hips. So opening and closing. Take it slow. And you want to find, is there any place where your body's like, that's really challenging, or I'm not super happy right here? Is it pain, or is it just challenging? If it's challenging, I want you guys to stay in that space. If it's painful, don't go back to that space. Breathe. Last one. Now this time let's shift that left hand, and we're going to walk those hands forward out over that right knee. And just releasing the weight of the tummy and chest down. Again, you can support with the forearms, or you can extend those arms. And just release all the way down to wherever it feels good to you. Slow, steady, deep breaths. So with the cooler weather, changing of seasons, guys, your body's going to respond. And probably in a way where it tightens up a little bit. When the weather gets colder, the body activates a little bit more, tensing up to help keep that internal heat a little bit higher. Has to work a little bit harder, so be kind to yourself. Spend some extra time warming up. Let go of expectations. Let's lift just slightly and walk those hands now out over that right shin and release it down. So taking care of that right knee, making sure that you don't need to adjust, and if you do, do. And again, you can support with those forearms, or you can just let gravity take a hold of the weight of that upper body. Noticing that stretch through the hips, through the knees, the lower back, the shoulders. And let's slowly walk those hands back up. Nice job. And let's spin around towards the top of our mat. And we're going to bring the hands around behind us. Staying with those happy hips. We're going to open up those feet, and we're going to bring the knees to the left and back to center and to the right. happy hips, happy lower back. And just gently, let's take it 2 more times to each side. Just letting your body shift as it needs to, keeping that chest lifted, long through the crown of the head. 1 more time to this direction. And we come back to center. Let's extend the legs out nice and long. Reach to the sky, flex those feet. Hinge it forward, reach it out. Releasing your hands. Relaxing the weight of the upper body. Let your head be heavy. Let yourself just melt. Inhale, reach it out. Hinge it all the way up. Let's circle the arms around behind the back. Fingertips point towards your bottom. Lean back onto those hands and point your toes. We're going to lift the chest. Oh, arching the back. Drawing those shoulder blades towards one another. That's something we don't do normally. And then gently release it back down. Let's do that 1 more time. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, lift the chest, arch your back, gaze to the sky, squeeze those shoulder blades. Checking in, how does that feel in those shoulders and those wrists? And then gently release it down. Now you can come right back to that again for the 3rd time, or if you like, toes are pointed. We press and lift through those heels, lifting those hips to reverse plank. As you exhale, slowly release your bottom back down. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. As you exhale, the back of the right hand to the outside of your left foot. Rotate your body and extend that left arm in a diagonal line. Reaching out, lengthening, opening up that chest. Breathe. We draw that back hand forward, bringing your palms to touch. Inhale, one hand on either side of your feet, reach it up. And nice and tall. And as you exhale, back of that left hand to the outside of that right foot. Rotate your body and extend. In a diagonal line. Reaching out. Feeling that strength in that upper and middle back. The obliques. That amazing rotation through the torso. As you lengthen and reach, there's this wonderful stretch behind that left shoulder blade. Can you feel it? As you exhale, draw that back hand forward, bring your palms to touch. Inhale, one hand on either side of your feet, reach it out, and hinge it all the way back up. And release your arms down by your sides. Let's sweep those feet around and come up onto all fours to a tabletop position. Find your breath. Let's tuck the toes and lift the knees just a little bit off the mat. Breathe. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, extend those legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. And inhale it back to that hovering tabletop. And exhale, extend the legs. Shift your weight back towards those heels. Again, inhale it to that hovering tabletop. And exhale, extend those legs. Breathe. Bending the right knee, left heel presses towards the mat. Long stretch down the backs of the legs. Switch sides, left knee bends, right heel down. And just walk it out. Alternate bending knees. Lengthen those hamstrings and calves, guys. Help release some of that tension and that tightness in the lower back. Just checking in. As you exhale, let both heels gently sink. Let's inhale it to high plank. You might need to take a step forward with those hands, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Extending those arms out nice and long, hips back towards your heels, really reaching through those fingertips, making sure that the shoulders say, yep, that's okay for me. If that's too much, pull those hands back in a little bit, bending the elbows. You can even stack your hands for the forehead to rest against. Inhale, lift just slightly. Let's walk those hands out to the left. Reaching through your right fingertips and press your hips to the right, releasing the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through center, and then over to the right. Reaching through your left fingertips, press your hips to the left and release the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk those hands back through center. Release it in child's pose. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle of those arms up and overhead as you come up to a kneeling position. Pulling the hands to heart center, we're going to release those hands to the tops of the thighs. If this is not a super comfortable place for you, my friends, you are welcome to come to a seated position or anything that feels good to you. With the palms open to the sky, we relax those shoulders, we close our eyes. Breathe. Heart open. Mind quiet. We check in. We give ourselves permission to let go of any toxic energies that aren't going to serve us well today. And we take a moment to thank our minds and our bodies for allowing us to move, to breathe, to be the amazing person that we are right here today. Gently pull the hands to heart center. A gentle tuck of your chin down towards your chest, just a little bit. And we take a moment, sending some love and some energy out into the universe, whatever is excess within you right now. Hold on to all that you need, making sure that you have filled your cup. And then send out that extra. Goodness knows there are those that need it. Inhale, gently lift your gaze, open your eyes. I hope you find a smile on your face, my friends. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Be well, take care, and until the next time, namaste.